What's up, guys? It's Mion. I am back with another video, and it is time for Monster Jam World Finals 13 and giving it a rescore. So, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you do not miss out on future videos and streams. Make sure to check out all the previous videos in the series, and let's go ahead and let's jump into this. So, World Finals 13, coming off the back of World Finals 12, where there's a tie at the top. Avenger won the tiebreaker. Who did he beat? Cam McQueen and Nitro Circus. Well, now McQueen, Northern Nightmare, comes out and puts on what might be one of, if not close to the greatest World Finals freestyles of all time. Top three. Debate me. It's top three. He blew the competition out of the water. Um, and there's no way around it. And still, your World Finals 13 freestyle champion, Cam McQueen and Northern Nightmare. Nobody was stealing this from it. It's up there with Monster Mutt and Charlie Pauken from a few years ago as a freestyle victory that nobody was going to overcome. Nobody was going to take it from it. The thing for me though is in how I ended up rescoring this and where people landed. The gap between Northern Nightmare and second place actually shrunk a little. Now, I actually bumped Northern Nightmare's score up from a 38 to a 39, but I also bumped Stone Crusher's score up from a 30 to a 34. So he ends up finishing second. Ultra Logo third, Bounty Hunter fourth, Team Optimus Firestorm making its debut with Neil Elliott finally returning to the World Finals as a competitor, finishing fifth overall. Um, and Snowcrusher had a hell of a run. Again, like I said, nobody was going to top Northern Nightmare, but some people were going to try it close. And he, in my mind, he came the closest. But yeah, I said this last video regarding the World Finals 12 finish, and I'm going to say it here again. I think McQueen losing the tiebreaker at World Finals 12 was a blessing in disguise because it gave us this. I don't think he puts on a run like this if he ends up towards the back end of the field because he won the year prior. Is it possible that he could defend his title? Yes. But in real life, that's only happened one time in freestyle terms, and that was with Tom Mintz, and I said in this series, not so much. So it hasn't even happened yet in this reality. Um, And I don't think Northern Nightmare would have done it himself if he had won at World Finals 12. But that being said, and I mean, just look at Avenger. Unfortunately, he, you know, rolled over early. But this was a really, this is a really, yeah, this was a really good World Finals freestyle competition. I think it's up there as being one of the better ones, probably top 10 if you ask me. Um, we got to see him at a Militia debut, of course. 2 years time, Todd LeDuc is going to have another one of the most insane freestyles of all time, but we'll get to that when we get there. Son of a Digger makes his World Finals competition debut after debuting the truck during the encore the year prior. Um, Again, Team Out with Firestorm makes its debut with Neil Elliott finally returning. And this will be the last year of the 24 truck field for the World Finals because the next year goes to 28 before we get to 32, which is what the field size would end up being for the next few years up until more recent years where it's been knocked back down to 24. Um, but overall, really good World Finals. Again, it's probably going to be a shorter video, literally just because there's not a whole lot more I can say other than the fact of that, again, nobody was topping Northern Nightmare. Nobody was. So, Cam McQueen retains the World Finals title, which honestly deserved it. And now this leads towards the future because World Finals 14, Tom Mintz got his last to date World Finals freestyle title, and I think the last one that came in either racing or freestyle, because I don't necessarily count the two wheel skills, high jump, or anything like that that's come in recent years, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Um, and then after that, then you get militia, and then from about 16 onwards is when tough decisions really have to start being made with these winners, because I think from there on, there are arguments and debates to be made that possibly none of the remaining champions from World Final 16 onward, excluding this year's because it just happened. Although I had asked, and people who were there said the guy that won he shouldn't have, but we'll get there when we get there. But from 16 onwards, it's gonna start getting chaotic. We're gonna start seeing, I think, more and news rather than and stills. But the only way to see that is, of course, if you subscribe to the channel and make sure you have post notifications turned on so you do not miss out on future videos and streams. Also, make sure to like the video, and I will catch you all next time. Peace.